Lots of updates.
Hey, welcome to the Aloha Friday Marketing Jam Session. I'm Tom Gaddis, my business partner, Nick Ponte, on the call. I had the volume turned up, Nick, for the applause cue after the intro.
I saw that. Started things off with a bang, ready to party. I love it.
Yeah, it was like out of the back. So you're back in Maui.
I'm back. Yep, back in the lab, man. It feels good. I got I know you got your, well, I don't want to let the cat out of the bag, but I got my circle of focus back. So
yep,
there it is.
Back. That's awesome. Yep, circle of focus, baby.
Keeping it small, awesome. keeping it narrow.
Yeah, we have a great show lined up for you guys today. We've got some special guests. We're going to be talking about Google Business Profile, doing that as a service. We're going to talk about fulfillment. We have a guest on here who has a couple of clients.
Yeah, just a
Google
couple.
Business Profile, a couple of clients.
Yeah.
It's a good start. He's got a good start going. So we're going to have them out. We're going to talk about all that. We're going to take your questions. We're going to do some shout outs. We're going to have a really good time. I'm going to go ahead and cue the intro because I know we've got a lot of shout outs this week, which I love to see. So I'm going to cue up the intro. We'll see you back here in one momento.
It's now time, the moment you've been waiting for. Get ready for the fastest 60 minutes of marketing strategies and tactics to build your remote empire from anywhere in the world. After 167 agonizing hours, they've finally returned. From the sun-soaked Sin City and the sandy shores of Maui, Hawaii, now back for a brand new Aloha Marketing Jam Session. It's your hosts, the Offline Sharks and Remote Millionaires, Tom Gaddis and Nick Ponte.
Oh, yeah. Listen to that crowd out there. They are fired up.
Man, there's a lot of people out there. Holy cow.
Oh, that's a big group here.
When did this happen, Tom? When did thousands of people start showing up to the live show all at the same time? I can't really remember. It's been so long.
It's your magnetic personality, bro.
I think it's you. It must be you.
I don't think so. Awesome. Well, welcome, everybody. Let's see who's here. Let me look at the chat. Let's see. We've got James in the house, JT, Bill Stanley, Enrique, Jacqueline. Jacqueline, I saw that RM t-shirt that was looking good.
And the recent win. She just got a recent win, too.
And a recent win, yep. Paul Wilson, welcome. Michael Howard. Yeah, look at that revenue for this year. Pretty crazy, huh? We had a good week last week. Well, our members had a great week last week. So we're going to talk about that here in just a second. Yeah, so how was the flight back to Maui?
It was good. You know what's crazy is that flight, when you don't have you don't have very good internet reception. Like, you know how when you go from east to west coast, there's spotty internet connection. There's no internet connection on the flight going from the west coast to Hawaii. And so that time is really, it's like forced deep thought, and man, so many things come to mind when I take that flight. And like when I get here, I'm just charged up and ready to do shit. And as you know, yesterday with our internal meetings and stuff, I've been going ham, as they say.
Yeah, that's good. That's good though. Awesome. Yeah. Well, it's glad to see you back in the warm waters of Maui. The pictures of the beach and Kevin, all that stuff was pretty awesome.
Yeah. And you've been catching up with the fam. I know you have like a whole bunch of visitors coming in right now. How's all that going?
Well, they're all gone now. So Miranda's mom was here. My mom was here. Then Miranda had a friend in. And so finally they're all gone. Now we're starting up some, we don't really have any family here in Vegas. So we're doing some Friendsgivings. So we're going to one this Sunday, and we got another one, I think, next week. So now it's starting to gear up all the holiday stuff, right? Like, never a moment's rest. Never a moment's rest.
Yeah, I mean, it must be tough, right? All the opportunity to gamble and play cards and blackjack in Las Vegas. Like, you're a successful guy, and how do you fight the urge to go to this place and just put it all in black?
I just don't go.
You just don't go.
I just don't go. I mean, I'm busy, right? Like, one of the things is like, if I were just sitting around with a bunch of free time, I would probably. It's so funny because I randomly go, just like periodically go and play poker, and I went the other night because I haven't been in. I went with my mom quite a bit because she was here, and I was like, oh, I'll just go play again. Every time I go to the casino by my house, it's always the exact same guys. sitting there playing poker. And I'm like, they're there every day, all night long. And I remember when I first got here, I used to think like, oh man, that'd be so awesome, right? Like, how great. Now, like, I sat there with them and I'm like, dude, this is pretty sad. Like, do you guys have lives? Like, do you do anything outside of the casino? Like, man, go experience some stuff. Yeah,
Look, Richard says casino is the same as the agency. Have a strategy and stick with it. That's pretty funny.
So true. So true.
Well, that's we're today, Richard. I know you just popped on, but today we're going to talk about strategy that I know you're very interested in, which is all about getting clients with Google Business Profile. I actually got a client yesterday. I don't know if you saw that in the channel, Tom.
I did.
Craziest type of client ever. Tell me, have you ever had a submarine for a client, a submarine activity, a tour on a submarine ride? That's pretty crazy, right?
Which one is it? Is it the white one or the yellow submarine?
The yellow one. Yeah.
The yellow submarine. Okay.
Yep. Of course. The yellow submarine.
The yellow submarine.
Yep. That's it.
So yeah,
we're going to be doing some SEO for them. So maybe we'll talk to our special guest who's going to reveal some secrets and good information about getting those guys. How are we going to get niche backlinks to that type of client, huh?
Yeah. You're going to have to go deep, bro.
Yeah. Oh, I like it.
A little submarine joke for you. Yep, little submarine joke. Yeah, I remember that yellow submarine because I went on it with Sophie for a class trip. One of the advantages of growing up in Maui is your class trips are like the submarine and whale watching and like pretty fun class trips to go on with your kids. So awesome. Well, look, I know I want to get our guests out here. We want to talk to them. We want to dive deep into this topic, but we have some shark shout outs that we want to showcase first. So I'm going to share my screen and we are going to go through these. Oh, did you see that? Yeah. He had a submarine company, but it went under. That's a good one, Cameron.
Leave it to Cameron. Leave it to Cameron.
Yep. All right. I'm going to hit my present here. Hopefully I don't need permission yet. Okay. All right. Okay. So every week we like to share the wins that people in our community post inside the Facebook group. And we had a lot of them this past week. So we're going to start off with Liz McKenna. For those of you, not last week, but the week before, I had Liz on as a guest on the live show, and we talked about what she's been doing. It's been amazing to watch because a few weeks ago, just 4 short weeks ago, I was on a call with her because she's a Remote Millionaires member. I was on a call with her, and to say she was stressed out was like an understatement. Like she was working, she was doing all the stuff and just not getting any results, and she was getting really frustrated. And gave her some guidance and some things to try and some ways to change it up and just some encouragement to stay the course. And then, within 4 weeks, she had a $9,500 week, and that momentum is continuing. She's starting to roll out some other stuff. She upsold a client to display ads for $697. So congratulations, Liz. Really, really awesome. I'm actually going to turn that interview into one of our Remote Millionaires podcast episodes. It'll probably be dropping next week. So if you missed it, you can either find that live show in the Facebook group or just listen to the podcast episode next week. But it's a fantastic interview, super inspiring, and I think you guys will love it. So way to go, Liz. Way to go. JT closed a recent deal, which breaks down. It's a multifaceted deal. A $3,200 website, $1,000 social media setup, $500 a month maintenance of social media and the site, and then a $1,200 SEO campaign, $200 ADA and reputation badge once the site is set up. That's a pretty robust deal. Congratulations, JT.
And JT's here. JT, what is the monthly revenue you're at now? Because I know recently you were at around the 20K mark, and we've seen it grow from. Man, I think Tom, what was his revenue when he started with Remote Millionaires? It was less than 1,000.
Well,
he didn't even have a recurring client.
He didn't have a recurring client. Yeah, I think
now he's at 20K per month. Last we checked, I think this kind of moves him up. Great. I mean, excellent job, Liz and JT. Way to do the work, right?
Yeah. We were talking a lot about that yesterday, weren't we, Nick?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Awesome job. Let's see. Congratulations to new Remote Millionaires member Daniel Fiaro. He picked up 2 new clients, $497 and $1,440 monthly retainers for SEO. And I had an intro call with Daniel, and man, he knows his SEO stuff. It's really awesome to see what he's doing. I'm looking forward to watching what he does in Remote Millionaires because he's going to crush it. So awesome job, Daniel. Awesome job. Terry Allen reported a deal for 299 pounds. So 355 monthly Bright social media content. So I love to see stuff like this. That's something that we brought to our community a while back, and it's awesome to see people taking action with it, implementing it, and making money with it. So way to go, Terry. Way to go. Our next shout out goes to Zach Smoose. I haven't seen Zach on here in a while. Good to see you there, buddy. Zach signed a YouTube client to build a website, but bartered for advertising on a show he produces 3 times a week. That's excellent. Way to go, Zach. Way to go, Zach. And then Jocelyn and Randy, they got paid $12,975 for a website redesign. And Jocelyn will be speaking at an event about their agency, their influencer site, their agency Growth Machine website. So that's awesome.
What?
Congratulations, wow. Jocelyn.
Wow. And Randy. Both of them. Serious action takers.
Yeah.
JT says that he's up to 21,000 now, Tom. 21,000 in monthly recurring residual clients since joining Remote Millionaires. Massive.
That's great. Let's see. Next, we got Zach. We already did Zach and Randy. Next, we got Carlo signed up a nonprofit group for a $5,000 web design plus $416 a month for maintenance, hosting, email management, and social media management. That's a pretty sweet deal right there.
Yeah.
And then Paul Wilson, who is also a new remote millionaire, closed a retail auditing company in the UK. $250 SEO deep dive audit, carrying out a deep dive SEO audit for a software developer, $250 as well. So using our fast cash websites audit strategy, right? Doing the audits and charging for them. So great job.
That's OG. We have 2 audits in the pipe right now for us too.
Yeah, that's great.
Yep.
Yeah, Paul's another guy, another sharp individual in Remote Millionaires. He used to own a security company, a really big security company. He sold it. And now he's looking to build an agency because he did a lot of marketing for a security company. So yeah, great stuff. Gosh, I keep doing that. All right, hold on. So we got Jocelyn, we got Paul. Next up, Michael Howard, $1,416 a year hosting and maintenance. He got 2 small website makeovers for $1,000. He's moving 3 sites to host and fixing better email delivery, $350, and 1 host for $59 a month plus $200 a month maintenance and updates to their website. That's pretty awesome. That's a great little package.
Shoutouts are insane, Tom.
Yeah, I know. Isn't that great? And then Desiree reported a few wins for this month. So new social media management account for a healthcare clinic, $2,100 a month for Instagram, Facebook, TikTok, or as I call it, TikTok, right? She signed another client for a second 3-month package for brand strategy at $3,000 a month.
Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Nice
awesome.
job, Desiree.
Yeah. Way to go, Desiree.
And both of them, I see their names all the time in our community. Michael Howard, he's like on every training. He's on every live. I mean, I don't know if he's on every live, but he's constantly winning Amazon gift cards and, giveaways. Like, he gets picked at random all the time just for being there, Desiree as well. We see her in the community. I mean, she's been helping out tremendously, answering comments, giving feedback. So both of them.
And what's interesting about Desiree, I just remember she was on the live show one time and she made the confession that she's actually never bought a Shark product.
How's that possible?
She's never bought a Shark product, but she lives in the group and uses it for energy and gets ideas and goes out and implements and closing deals and making money just from what she gleans out of the Facebook group.
Man,
and the free stuff we do. So it's out there. It's out there,
job,
right?
Desiree. Great job. Yep.
Awesome.
You got to hang out with the right people if you want to be successful, and you're doing it. So good stuff.
Yep. Teresa Taggett. So Teresa is Dennis Taggis.
Yeah.
So Dennis and Teresa recently joined Remote Millionaires, and they got their first win in the program. They sold a new custom build website for an RV client, $2,500 plus $100 maintenance monthly recurring. They're looking to add a bot and review program shortly for an additional $100 to $400 monthly.
Damn.
Excellent work.
That's a great first win.
Yep. Great win. Teresa Key got her first client. Big milestone. Congratulations, Teresa. By taking action after reviewing the remote client system training. So awesome work.
I mean, we use that thing and we teach people to use that thing all the time. It really works. I mean, that first and getting your first client that way, that's the most difficult one to get, arguably. So
yeah, awesome work. Andy Makar sold a $2,250 website plus Google plus GMP setup client using Home Services Jackpot as the demo content. He booked a $900. Look at that, $2,250 Home Services Jackpot website.
We were selling that as like a $27 course.
Yeah,
We were selling it as a $27 course, and so many people have made so much money with that thing. It's crazy.
Well, I think when we started selling those websites, we were selling them for $500, but like they're totally worth.
Yeah, when we were selling them, yeah.
He booked a $900 SEO improvement project, analysis plus on-page changes.
Okay,
So
okay,
work,
Andy. Okay, Andy. Shit.
Excellent work. Randy Bett sold a Shopify redesign, homepage and design a product page template, $1,250. WordPress website for a small hotel and bed and breakfast, $1,500. Sold 1/10 AGM sites being built for local realtors. So far, 4 are ready to launch. So 1 of 10 AGM sites being built for local realtors. 4 ready to launch. $1,997. So
Yeah. Randy's
awesome.
going deep. He's going deep with the AGM sites, and I know he's teamed up with Jocelyn too. And I think Randy's got his son working with him. I remember a couple years ago I had an interview with him, and he's got a good squad going and always taking action. So
yeah, awesome. And then Jacqueline issued her 100th invoice to a client,
Wow.
£100, so $120 US. She also now has 100 email addresses she can keep in touch with in the future.
nice.
Congratulations, Jacqueline.
Cool
And then
customers.
Mr. Nick Ponte, the agency sold a new $1,500 a month Google ad retainer, $250 setup to a hiking tour client, $997 SEO package to an air tours and charter company, and $1497 social media management SEO client, a submarine tour company in Lahaina.
Man, those were a lot of shout outs. And
Yeah.
yeah, we've been our sales team has been breaking our fulfillment team. Like, it has been a struggle to keep up with the amount of new clients coming in for us. And I mean, I'm sure for a lot of you, like when I go to the Facebook group right now, Tom, all I see is celebrations and wins of people in our community that are just getting after it. So it's really inspiring.
Probably one of the best weeks we've had last week, because we did a total of $57,017 just for the week of November 12th through 18th. That's just in 6 days. Like, that's crazy. That's almost 10 grand a day, right? That is like, right? Almost 10 grand a day. Almost 10 grand a day. And it brings our total since the start of 2022 deals that you have closed and shared in the Facebook group. They have nothing to do with us, except we maybe lighted the path a little for you. The grand total is $1,348,820 since the start of 2022. So give yourselves a big pat on the back, round of applause, big kudos to all the shout out winners. As you know, if you go to offlinesharks.com/shoutouts, you can leave congratulations on that post. And at the end of the stream, we'll pull off some random people and give them some money just for showing up.
Man, Tom, I have to ask everybody here, is there any question about if this stuff works? Like, after just seeing that highlight reel of all of these people, you know, individually, we've never, I mean, I don't think we've ever really met any of these members like in person, face to face. Maybe 1 or 2 of them, you know, for like a meet and greet. But like the ability to hang out in this community, gather information, be accountable to the group, and take action and get a client is like next level. Like, I don't know any other community where people are having this kind of success, especially for such a small group. I mean, we got 14,000 members. There's not a lot of people in the community, right? 14,000. And all these wins, 14,000 people collected $57,000. I mean, that's a lot. That's a lot. And that's just the stuff we know about. We always say that. That's just the stuff we know about.
Yeah. What is that? I mean, that's over. What is that? 2,000, 3?
Don't do it.
3,000? 3,000 per member? No,
No,
I'm not right.
Don't do it.
Don't
do
okay.
it.
I went to public school, so my math is off.
Well, man, congratulations, everybody. That's awesome. Incredible.
Yeah.
Super
really,
motivating.
Really great work. Really, really great work. All right. Look, I want to get our guests out here because we want them to have time to talk and to answer your questions and talk about what they got going on. It's something we've been talking about in our emails. We put together a little bonus package. They just recently launched a course. It's called 3-Pack Hero. It's all about Google My Business. I looked down and I saw that Drew wasn't in his chair, and I was almost going to be like, let's turn to Drew and ask him a question just so he'd like scramble back. But then I was like, oh, that would just be mean. That would just be mean. So let's bring him out. We've got the guys behind Delicious Marketing, David Calipor, Drew Griffin, and Craig Darling, who they did this. I hope I said that right, Craig, who they just did this product launch with. So let's add them all to the stream. Look at all that. And by the way, that is not a fake background behind David. That is his actual living room.
Or Drew. Those are his actual bricks too.
Yeah. Well, Drew's in an alley behind his house, but you know.
Yeah.
Wow. That's how we roll sometimes.
Yeah,
Yep.
That's right. That's right.
Roll
Awesome.
the dice
Welcome,
against
guys.
the wall.
Yeah. Well, you guys, good to have you here with us. I know a lot of people have already joined your program. For those of you that have, let us know in the chat who here has picked up their product and already opened it up. I mean, pretty awesome stuff, right? I know we have had, I don't know how many people have joined just from our community, a couple hundred probably, something crazy, a lot of people.
Yeah.
And that's because, you guys have put together something awesome. So how did this whole thing come about? I don't really know who to throw it to. Who do we throw it to?
First and foremost, I do want to say this because we kind of alluded to and made a couple of little jokes in the beginning about Craig and what he's been doing with Google Business Profile. But just so everyone here knows, Craig has 500 clients. 500 clients that he currently services for Google Business Profile. So this man has a huge sample size of information and how to do it and all that stuff. So, that's what he's sharing in the course. But yeah, maybe we can turn it over. Maybe
let's start there. Let's start there.
All right, let's start there.
How much money are you making with those 500 clients? I mean, I gotta ask.
The average is $7,000 a year.
Okay. So what are they buying?
Google Business Management. It ranges anywhere from $400 a month all the way up to $1,000 a month. So the average is about $750 a month per client, and we produce a lot of power for that money.
Yeah, damn.
And everybody else out there can as well.
Well, when you say you produce a lot of POW, like what does that look like? Like POW, what does that look like to the client?
A car dealer in Cheyenne, Wyoming, got over 1 million clicks last year.
Holy cow!
Right,
Wow.
a tire dealer in Mesa, Arizona, gets 1,400 phone calls a month. A hair salon in Scottsdale gets about 80 people a month uploading maps to drive there. That's the kind of POW I'm talking about.
Wow, that's crazy. How do you pick all this information up?
Well, it started kind of organically, as they say. Back in '94, when Google released the Pigeon algorithm, I started studying it and realized that Google's entire platform had moved to a type of social media. Most people don't realize that, but everything from Gmail and Google Reviews to Google Docs and Google Groups is all social media, and the Pigeon algorithm is dictating what we're doing. And then the reason that we came out with the Google 3-pack Hero is because Google Maps has been totally upgraded in what they call immersive with the Vicinity update. So we're really excited about what's going to be happening for all small businesses moving forward that are utilizing to the best of their ability the Google Business Profile. And by the way, I say this way too often, I suppose. There are 34 million eligible businesses in the United States alone, and only 4% of them are using their Google Business Profiles. So, ladies and gentlemen, there is a tremendous upsell opportunity here.
Wow. What's the vicinity update?
It's actually an update that changed a lot of things about the Google Business Platform. First off, it made the maps predominant in it. And they've also changed the way that they're cataloging and sorting images affiliated with the business. So if I could give anyone a simple tip, just turn on the GPS on your cell phone when you're taking pictures for your Google profile, and you'll see not just an immediate uptick, but an instant uptick in visibility.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's a great tip. It's a great tip. We've been executing that one on our end too, and it's definitely, there's a lot of discussion on how well that works. And I mean, I don't count it out. You know, I definitely do it. It's definitely a smart strategy to do. How did you guys all meet? Like you guys work together in person?
That's gonna
too?
be my
Like,
next question. How did you get hooked up with the Delicious Marketing guys?
Yeah,
I'll pass that over to them.
Well, I don't know exactly how it occurred, but I think we exchanged some information, whether Craig jumped in on local media hero or something along those lines. Anyway, we got talking, and we've had the privilege, we've had a really good opportunity to actually connect in real person. We've broken bread with Craig on multiple occasions, both on the West Coast, on the East Coast, and kind of South, right? We were just in Nashville together. So what I can say about Craig is, salt of the earth guy, truly cares about people. And the thing that's really appealing on the business side of this stuff, and, speaking to his business acumen, I mean, Craig is a really great salesperson. His delivered a tremendous amount of value, not only to tons of people that he's taught about sales, both in the car industry, everything that he's done, everybody's lives that he's touched, he's left a trail of goodwill. And the fact that he actually does this stuff, I mean, clearly, 500 plus, actually, I think he's like, 558 or 560 with another 1,500 or so.
Towards 565, Drew.
All right, 565. All right.
Counting.
Sorry, I'm off just by like 15 or so. But relatively soon, he's going to have well over 1,000, at least in the next year or so. It's clear that we wanted to learn about this stuff from somebody that's actually doing it. That's kind of what our repertoire, just like, you, Tom, and Nick, you guys actually do this stuff. It's not theory. It's not conjecture. And, when we broke bread and when we've had multiple conversations with Craig, he said, look, you want to get real results for your clients. You got to look at this Google thing, right? And Google is just a monster. Everything that they touch, they do extremely well with. And I said, Craig, why? Why should I care about Google, my business at that time when we were talking? Now it's Google Business Profile, the Map Pack, all that kind of stuff. Like, why should I really care? And it came down to 4 or 5 things that he just pointed out. And I thought it just hit home. It was this: what do businesses really care about? And the 4 or 5 things are: businesses want more telephone calls coming into their business. They want more foot traffic and web traffic coming into their business. They want more leads. And of course, if you can deliver on those 3 or 4 things, what's going to happen next? It's more sales and top line revenue coming into their business. If you can solve those things for businesses. Now, look, we're into all kinds of amazing things, right? We do directories, we do website development, we do SEO, we do all of the things, video marketing, all of the cool stuff that we're all into. But if you can solve those 4 or 5 basic things for local businesses, you're going to have all the business that you can handle, right? Increased telephone calls coming into the business, more leads coming into their business, more foot traffic, more website traffic. All of that leads to more sales and top line revenue. If you can deliver that to those businesses, you're golden, right? Your business is going to grow. And that's clearly what Craig has done. Now, when we first started working with Craig, and by the way, he's our preferred vendor. We outsource everything to Craig and his crew when it comes to Google Business Profile and Map Pack type of stuff, right? We go to the people that handle it. They do it extremely well and they get results. You can do that for businesses. You're going to scale a monster agency that delivers and pays you to the tunes of what Craig was talking about a little bit earlier. And Craig just has a great way of teaching that we found to be very appealing, down to earth. He gets results. This has got somebody that has a legitimate business that has scaled to a substantial number, will continue to do so for years and years and years to come. Those businesses that he serves get incredible results. Just some of those statistics and those numbers, the clicks, the number of calls that they're making, businesses continue to pay Craig because he does that. He gets results. So,
Right.
with that said, I just pass it back to Craig here, and any other.
That's hey, real quick, because I see
Yeah.
people saying in the comments, just so you guys know. So we have a link for 3-Pack Hero that we'll put up here in a little bit. We have some bonuses and things, so you're going to want to grab this through our link if you haven't grabbed it already. But don't worry, it's coming. I don't want to put it up right now and distract you, but we've got it. We'll stick it up there in a little bit. But Craig, go ahead.
No, I was going to say that we all know that Google is the search monster, but 92% of search traffic worldwide is entered in the Google platform, and that's just primary search. You also have, obviously map search, a local search, which is still about a similar number, and then image search is, most people don't realize, is the third largest search platform out there. But if 92% of the world is using Google, you really should be, as an agency or a client of an agency, you should be featured on Google with an optimized Google profile. This is kind of an interesting statistic, and we get into it in the local 3-Pack Hero videos. But amazingly, over 60% of the adults in America have used a Google business profile to make a decision, whether it's navigation, buying, or a phone call, a communication decision, based on a Google profile in the last 72 hours.
Wow.
That's just an
That's pretty
unbelievable number. And as a small business or an agency, and by the way, I feel very strongly that if an agency doesn't have an optimized Google business panel, they shouldn't be selling it, right? because you gotta play the part. But there's just so much opportunity here. It's crazy, and I have to share that opportunity because I owe it to my community to make things better for everybody involved, whether they're paying me or not. Honestly.
Yeah, that's great. David, you're muted.
Sorry about that. One thing that Craig always says that kind of strikes home with me is that what he offers is not marketing, right, Craig?
Right. It's not. It's not marketing. It's not top of the mind. It's being there when the prospect that's going to need your services is looking for you.
Visibility.
Whether they know who you are or not.
That's interesting. That's a distinction there, right?
It sure is.
You're talking about, like, look, we know there are people out there searching for your type of business. We're going to make sure that when they do, you're there, right? So very similar
correct
to SEO and paid advertising, right? They're all kind of doing the same thing.
Yeah,
right?
well, actually, back in the old days, we used to do SEO by creating lots and lots of really wordy documents, and submitting them until Google decided that really wasn't legit. Okay? But what they've done is they've internalized all that, and you can still do a similar process on the Google platform itself, whether it's through Google Groups or Google Docs or what have you, and make sure that what you're doing is searchable in public, and all of a sudden you're doing exactly the same thing for a Google business profile. And incidentally, a strong Google business profile equates to a good search ranking on the front half for your website, your URL.
Wait a
That
minute.
was actually a question that came through here is, so are you deploying some sort of like Google Stack then with documents and all of those things?
We do indeed.
Yeah. What do you include all that? Is it a lot, or you don't have to tell us like what's in it, but like, are there just like 5 or 6 things, or?
Actually, we have a regimen set up of 20.
Oh, wow.
And
Okay.
what we do with that regimen is proprietary.
Okay.
We do talk about it in our groups, our private groups, but indeed that is part of the trick to creating relevance for the Google profile.
Mm-hmm. Interesting.
Awesome.
Tom, you had something?
Yeah. Oh, well, I was actually just going to ask about the Google Docs, because I was like, are you saying that you make a Google Doc and just make it public, and then that counts as SEO content? Because it's
not only that counts as a high authority backlink if the URL is encased in it.
Oh my God, that's crazy. That's crazy. Jacqueline had a question here too. She said that she heard a rumor that Google's going to switch the members of the 3-Pack around to give more exposure to them. Do you know, is there any truth to that?
Well, I'm not sure there's any truth to what may be coming down the pike, because you never know with Google. Even as a registered Google partner, I never know what's going to happen until it hits me on the side of the head. And I think we can all relate to that a bit. But the map pack, the trick to the map pack is simply having your profile active on a regular basis. No matter what, if all things are the same, and you updated your hours 5 minutes ago, and everything is the same, you're actually going to default to the first position in that map pack just from doing that little operation. So Google
Craig, that's
actively
the key.
looking at it.
That's the key to the service is what, real local business owner has the time in their day to think or deal with that on an ongoing basis. So that's where we all come into play here.
That's,
Right on,
that's
David.
interesting.
Good point.
Yeah, that's great because I was wondering about that. I was like, oh, well, you're charging because I always think of a Google business profile of something you optimize once and then you forget about it. Well, you're saying the correct strategy is that's actually the wrong strategy. You should be continually optimizing it on a very consistent basis to keep it fresh in the top of the maps listing. And that's what the client's actually, well, that's part of what the client is paying you and your team to do.
Right on. And here's the other thing. Utilizing the various aspects of the Google business profile and the map placement, utilizing these allows Google's algorithm to seek out and deliver your content to people that their algorithm believes is most likely to engage and do business with you. And that's actually the biggest step. That's something that you and I couldn't spend enough money on pay-per-click to make happen.
Interesting.
So in 3Pack Hero, how much are you teaching people to charge for this service?
Well, they can charge whatever they'd like for it. I have a success story. This young lady came to one of our groups about 2 years ago, and she was charging $100 a month for it. And she rang the bell in one of our groups last week. She signed a new client at $1,500 a month. So,
Wow.
in our average client is $750 a month.
Your average client is $750, and you're just doing the map ranking, which I mean, a lot. There's arguments to this, but like in doing map ranking, you're also doing local organic top 10. But are you just focusing on the map, or are you doing organic as well with that $750?
No, we're focusing just on the Google business profile and all of the aspects of it, whether they are valid on the map pack or not. We do have about 20% of our clients that do not have a storefront. But as long as they're in the position to go out and meet clients and do business either someplace besides their home, they qualify for the profile.
Gotcha. And what do you think in terms of like what's easier to rank in? Is it the map or is it top 10?
It's the map.
Yeah.
Okay.
Here's I don't know who this is, but this is a question. Maybe you can give them a little guidance on this. They said they're being close to closing a maps ranking client, but the client wants a specific guarantee for specific terms in 2 competitive cities, 2 locations each over 500K in pest control. He's hesitant to give specific guarantees. Is there a way that you guys handle that with your clients?
We do not give any guarantees ever.
Yep.
Okay. The only thing that we absolutely guarantee people on is when we take a new client on, we tell them up front, if we don't deliver an acceptable to you ROI by the end of the first year, the second year is on us. So, we have had to twice that I'm thinking of give that guarantee out. But I'll tell you what happened with one of them. It was a consultant, a payroll consultant, and we weren't getting any traffic. So I called him up. He didn't ask. I called him up and said, Larry, we're just not doing the job for you. So I'm going to give you the second year. And that was about 3 months ago. Day before yesterday, I notified him that things are looking up, and he was all excited because he was getting phone calls. But Google delivered his profile to the top of the search 39,000 times in September. So from basically 0 to 39,000. So the idea is don't stop digging that mine 3 feet short of the vein.
Yeah. That's kind of the thing with SEO, right? Is like a lot of people, since it can take time, especially if you're in a more competitive industry, you have clients that get nervous, and I mean, tell me what you think, Craig, but I think for me, that's one of the most important things that our agency is really communicating the value on a regular basis that we're doing. So what is your like monthly reporting, or how do you communicate the value to your clients? Are you doing some sort of reporting and letting them know what you're doing? Because oftentimes, right, we're doing SEO and they're like, what the hell are you guys doing? We don't even know what you're doing. We don't see anything.
Well, the first thing that I do when we take on a new client is multifaceted, of course. But I actually have my team perform a keyword study, because I don't buy anybody's keywords. I want to know exactly what they are. And I also include in that keyword study a deep analysis of their top 3 competitors. That's for starters. The second thing that we do, we do monthly reports, but we give our clients a dashboard that allows them to see instantly what's really going on. So they don't have to go and they don't have to try and find the insights on the Google Business Platform. We just give all of that data directly to them. So those 2 things. And then the other thing that we do is we set up a automatic text program so that we're reminding them of things that we need to do. I told you earlier about the photos with the GPS data embedded in them. That is more important now than it was 3 months ago. So we're really encouraging roofers to take pictures with the phone on the job site to expand their digital footprint. Automobile dealers take pictures of a car when they've taken it out to a client's home to show it there, that sort of thing. All of that expands the digital footprint according to Google. So instead of limiting yourself to the 8 or 10 miles around the premises, utilize those photos from as far away as you can. We have a Tutor Doctor. We have a series of the Tutor Doctor franchises, but we have them taking pictures of schools all around their county for the same type of effect, and it's working marvelously.
That's great. That's an awesome tip for anybody out there that's doing Google Business Profile or local SEO. That's great. One thing I do want to do, because I see people asking in the chat and stuff like that. So I tell you what I'm going to do. I do want to just take a quick minute and tell you guys about the bonuses we put together for this, and give you the link. So if you want to go look at it, you can do that, and then we can take some more questions. So is that okay with everybody out there? If you're good at that, let me know in the chat, and we'll. Okay, so I'm going to put the link up here. So it's offlinesharks.com 3-pack hero. And then let me show you what Nick and I put together for this. So I'm going to share my screen here.
If it wasn't already enough, you know, what Craig was already talking about, what David and Drew have put together for you guys, if that wasn't already enough, this is true Offline Sharks fashion. We made it irresistible.
Well, look at this. Yeah. So we put together, I think there's six exclusive bonuses you get when you grab this through. And by the way, this is not super expensive, right? Like what's the price of this thing right now, David?
29 smackers.
29 smackers. So less than $30. So this is not something expensive. When you get it, of course, you get Craig's training, you get local 3-pack hero, all the stuff they have with that. But what we're going to throw in is we've got Shark exclusive bonus number 1, which is a training Nick did on how to turn a single sale into a repeat client. And I believe inside here, Nick, is like a actual recording of the call, right?
Yeah, I remember that one. So, you know, when you get a client in, and I'm sure Craig does this too, like that's just, I mean, and especially in Offline Sharks, right? Like we are, like our main thing here is to get our foot in the door using one of these new strategies that we come up with. Whenever we have a great strategy in our agency, that's what we give to you. We teach you how to do that. But what happens next, right? We're not going to get rich off a $300 client. So what do we need to do? We need to upsell them into something else, right? We need to get them into some sort of recurring residual product. So that's actually what that is. There's a recording of me actually doing that after I get my foot in the door, upselling them into a residual product, similar to, you know, what Craig has, right? Like into a $750 Google business profile optimization package, or Google Ads package. We do that too. But as long as it's recurring, I mean, we're doing it, right? We want to get to that residual point. So that's a case study and training in just from the trenches, right? Where we're actually talking to a lead.
Yep. Then we also have our outsourced SEO playbook. So this is like one of the most valuable documents we have in our agency for our local
I didn't
SEO.
know you guys put that in there.
Yep. We put it in there. So
I did not know that. I think you should pull that out.
It's a good one. So you get that. Plus, you get our Google Business Profile client onboarding checklist. So again, this checklist is what we use with our team in the agency with our actual clients. You get that. You also get our Google Business Profile listing process checklist. So there's an onboarding checklist and a listing process checklist specific to Google Business Profile, pulled directly out of our
got
agency.
$200. Can I have those?
Yeah, no, I think we need to have a talk after this because I didn't know all this stuff was added here in this bonus. I'm like,
So we've also got a training Nick did. Nick was talking about SEO reports, right? So he did a little training on how to properly craft SEO reports. So we're throwing that in as well. And then bonus number 6, how to uncover opportunities in your local area. This is a training I did. And this is interesting because I was just talking about this too. I just did a podcast recording with Yella, who's in Remote Millionaires, and he's in Belgium, which is a really small market. And he's like freaking crushing it in the local Belgium area. And what caught my attention about it is so many people, especially overseas, think like, oh, I can't target my local area. I have to be targeting the US. Like, you don't. And there is a ton of opportunity around you wherever you are, whether you live in a small city, a big city, a suburb, whatever. There's a lot of opportunity around you. So in this training, I kind of go into some detail, how to uncover that, how to find it, how to get some quick wins. So you get that as well. So you get all those bonuses. I mean, that's 6 bonuses. It's just under $1,000 in real world value. You get it free. So when you buy Local 3-Pack Hero, it's delivered right to your Warrior Plus account. All you have to do is click the big green button here and sign up, and you're in. You get the bonuses as long as you use this link. So if you guys want to go check that out, the bonuses are great. The course is great. You guys are going to love it. So I'm going to stop sharing here.
How long are we offering this bonus package?
That's a good question. It can be taken down at any moment.
No, but seriously, how long are we offering this bonus package for?
Yeah, I don't know the exact.
Nick seems a little upset about this.
I just want to know because I think it's a little crazy. So
I don't know,
David.
what
When you do the
actually
audit,
closing
David, these sales, just know that I just bought from these guys. So just to get those bonuses,
here it is.
even though
Here it is.
When
the man himself.
Tomorrow. So tomorrow night. There you go.
Yep. All right. Cameron is the hammer. He knows. He's the guy. He sets the timer. Tomorrow midnight. One thing I want to say about all this, everybody, is like, a lot of people do search engine optimization, and for those of you that do it yourself,
Sunday.
Sunday.
Yeah.
Sunday.
Okay. But what I was saying is that, there are a lot of people that are sitting at their desk right now getting in the SEO mindset. Guys like Craig that are putting these documents together, coming up with their own way to create a Google stack like a video game, adding content, putting links, connecting sites together, posting all the time, taking pictures with the coordinates tagged into the photos and doing all these things. So when I was first getting started in SEO, I was looking for trusted people who were doing this. They were actually doing it. And what I was doing is trying to take the best information I could from multiple sources and put that in together and put it into play for myself. So, there may be some overlap in some ways that we are doing some things because fundamentally a lot is the same, right? But you are going to find that Craig has some things that I'm definitely not doing. I guarantee you that. And you're going to find some things in the bonuses that we've given you that I'm doing that I guarantee you Craig is not doing. And so, what you have here with this bonus package that I'm a little startled in what is up on there clearly. And what Craig has is a pretty amazing offer for, $29.
But I think I have to buy my own package just to get your freebies. I'm just
Hey, I want to say too that, involved or included in this package, which you'll get access to if you enroll, as you noticed before, Craig was talking about how things are changing so rapidly in terms of, for instance, the geotagging the images is now more important than it was a month or two ago. You're going to get access to Craig's private group, which in my opinion, because Craig is constantly on top of this stuff, he can keep you informed about what's changing, what's been added, what Google's doing. It's changing constantly. What's happening today could be totally different a week or 2 weeks from now. So you'll also get access to Craig's private group where he's going to keep you up to date with all things that are happening in terms of Google Business Profile and Google Business Services, which is really important. And I think, worth more than the $29 entry point to just get access to the training.
I was kind of looking at the chat offline here. Actually, it's online, but somebody had asked a question about how big of an opportunity is Google Business Profile and the 3-pack. And I think I'd like to ask Craig, you said something earlier today that was just mind blowing to me. How many businesses have, in the United States alone, how many businesses have claimed their Google Business Profile, and in relation to the opportunity, how much room is there for all of us, like everybody that's watching this right now? Like, how big of an opportunity is this?
It's one of my favorite numbers, Drew. There are 34 million eligible businesses in the United States alone. Of that, only 4% are using their Google Business Profiles.
That's crazy.
So, I don't even know what 4% of 34 million is, but I'm just saying that my 500 clients ain't even close.
And more every day too, right?
Right on. Yeah.
That number is growing.
Hey, one thing, can you guys talk a little bit about, are there upgrades? Can you tell our community a little bit about like the upgrades, what they are?
Yeah, there are a few. They're not, necessary, but I think they're helpful. And one of them is a resource pack that Craig put together of documents and resources that he uses within his agency. Things such as his pitch deck, gives you an unbranded version of his pitch deck that he takes a prospect through. There's some email scripts. There's also some, phone scripts. There's an onboarding document and a few other things. So that is one of the optional upgrades for you, which is the resource pack. There's also something called our local agency expert funnel Google 3-pack edition. This is something that we use within our own agency, which is a fully done for you funnel that has an educational component part of it, which is also fully white labeled and done for you. So it's a fully done for you funnel, comes with a white labeled course video, all of the videos that you need for all the pages of the funnel. Comes with page templates and Groove funnels and High Level and WordPress and ClickFunnels. It's basically ready to go. You just need to kind of put the pieces together and get it launched. And that's great to have as a machine running in the background for your agency 24 hours a day. So those are a couple of the upgrades that are optional for you in the offer.
Awesome. Thanks for going through those. Sandy wanted to know too, like, is this newbie friendly? Like specifically, like, does it teach you how to get access to get to the client's GMB? Is there onboarding? Do you talk at all about what happens if somebody's Google Business Profile gets shut down? How do you set up a new one? How to claim one? Like, do you cover those kinds of things in there, Craig?
I would say that no, we didn't specifically cover the disablement or the suspension in that MAT pack because that really wasn't our focus.
Yeah.
However, as Dave alluded to, I have a Facebook group. If you're a member of that group and you have a client that you've been that's been suspended or disabled, we'll certainly help you get that back on track. That happens regularly with the number of clients that we have. Somebody that works for them will do something stupid. The next thing you know, we've got a suspended or a disabled profile and we have to go attack it. But it's not really as big. It's more frustrating than it is anything else. So if you see a Google business that's been suspended or disabled, don't worry about it. There's a way around it. There's a way to fix it.
Okay. Awesome. That's great.
Tom, I saw another question that came up that was more about the opportunity and like how people actually get customers and clients. And, Craig covers a lot of that and, with his scripts and all that other kind of stuff. We were talking about this earlier today.
We were. I was thinking about that.
It's kind of funny, right? I mean, if you just go to page 2 of Google or page 3 or page 4, you'll find all the clients that you could possibly even dream
The
of.
desperate ones are on page 10, just saying.
Right.
Yeah.
So, hey, reach out to those individuals. And obviously, Craig has a fantastic way of approaching those individuals. So I think you just go ahead and do a search on your phone right now for almost any business, any vertical, right on your device, in your location, in your town. Go to page 2, and you're probably going to find a bunch of customers and prospects that right there at your behest.
Right on.
It's so funny because it's just, it's such a, I mean, we all know that, right? But like, we don't really think about that. Like, man, I need a client. Well, if you're doing SEO, you should probably just go to, someone who's not ranking well and reach out to them and point out to them, hey, I noticed you're not ranking well. This is what I do. I can actually help you with that. And you have an endless supply. I mean, you're standing on an oil well.
You just made the primary point that Dave and Drew, the reason they're attracted to me, or vice versa. You just made the point. It's all about helping somebody. You can't sell them an SEO job, but you can help them get to the top of Google, right?
Yeah. Yep.
You just made a great point.
Yeah. We always come in from that angle, right? Like you're not, especially on your first touch, right? If you're sending an email or a text message or a phone call, you're not calling them up and you're saying, hey, do you want to buy my SEO package? No, you're trying to build a relationship. Like they don't know you. They're not going to buy. They're not going to buy something for you for $750. They don't know you. It's just not going to happen. You have to be a little more crafty than that. And it's not difficult. You just got to put a little thought into it. Or if you don't want to put any thought into it, you can pick up Craig's course and he gives you his strategy in doing it. He's got 565 clients that have said yes and still say yes. So, if there's any question about if it works, I mean, that should quiet your questions.
All right. And that doesn't encounter white label clients.
It doesn't cover white label clients. What do you mean by that? Do you offer white label services?
We do indeed.
Okay. And so if somebody gets a client, they can outsource that client to you.
They can.
Okay. And how big is your team on the white label side of things?
11.
You got 11 people helping you to fulfill all those SEO services?
Yep.
Nice. That's awesome. How long have you been doing that?
Since I met the people at Delicious Marketing a couple of years ago.
Oh, okay. All right.
Keeping them busy.
All right. Well, good stuff.
Awesome.
That's awesome.
Well, and there was a lot of great info, a lot of great things you shared, Craig, Drew, Dave. We appreciate you guys coming on here, bringing this to our community, being available. Look, again, if you want to grab the bonuses, go to offlinesharks.com /3-pack hero. The course is great. You guys are going to love it. I know we're going to see people on the win sheet next week that took action and got results. So always awesome to see that. Anything you guys want to say before we got one more thing we need to do here, but anything you want to say before I cue that music?
Thank you for having me.
Oh, Craig, it was our pleasure.
Guys.
Yeah, it's great having you. I have one request from the three of you before we do this, and it's that I know we had a lot of questions that came through on this live stream. If you could go in our Facebook group, I know we didn't have enough time to get to all of them, but if you could, just because I want to make sure, and these are great questions, right? These are people that are interested, so you might want to go in there, if you could. And if any of you are here now and you have questions, I mean, throw them in there, and these guys will get to them and help you there because. We just didn't have enough time today. So,
Craig, are you in Tom and Nick's group? If not, we got to get you in.
I'm searching for it right now.
Okay.
Remote millionaires.
Remote marketing agency owners.
That's what it is.
Remote marketing agency owners. Yep.
Oh, there we go.
Yeah. Awesome. Well, while they're doing that, we are going to.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money. Money.
Dollar. Cheating, bling, bling, got the chatter. You ain't talking money, then you're talking no matter.
I act like I was laughing to fuel the flames that it's me laughing. Everybody thinks it's me laughing in that song.
Why were you laughing, Tom?
It's not me. It's not me. All right. Our winners today for the Cash App prizes are Russell Prisco and Sandy Alexander. Congratulations. If you can drop your Cash App tag or your PayPal, the team will get you some cash sent over, or they'll reach out to you and get your info. So awesome. Well, again, really great live show. Awesome questions from everybody out there. The wins were off the chart. Craig, this course you put together is amazing. Really awesome stuff. We're excited to bring it to our community.
I
David,
got to
Drew.
really hand it to Dave and Drew from Delicious Marketing, because they're really they really helped put this together, and it's just outstanding to be working with them.
Yeah, you guys did a great job. By the way, Cameron wants to know who of the two of you has the eye for design.
David, Drew.
Neither.
David, Drew, which one? Because he's like, man, their sales pages and stuff always look so good. One of them has a really good eye for design.
I think we just copied yours. I think I just took whatever your
Oh,
last
maybe that's why
launch
we
was,
liked it so much.
and I imported it right into ClickFunnels. And
Maybe that's what it is. We just recognize excellence.
Yeah,
you
we
know, when we
recognize
see
that
it.
once we see it. That's
Yeah.
for sure. That's for
Okay.
sure.
We're
Hey,
on to us, David.
Well, it looks great, you guys.
Yeah, it looks great.
Tom,
It's awesome.
Tom, one final thing. For those of you that didn't win Cash App money today, you can be eligible to win next time if you just come to our live stream next week. At the beginning of the show, we do shout outs. When you congratulate somebody on that shout out post, we pick somebody at random on that stream, 2 people, and give them Cash App money, sometimes even more. So you want to show up to all of our streams every Friday, same time, same place. And this was an awesome one. Thank you all for being here.
Yeah, really, really great. Thanks a lot, guys. Hey, everybody, next time we see you, it's going to be past Thanksgiving. So have a safe and happy Thanksgiving. We are going to be doing a live show the day after Thanksgiving. We will be here, so come and hang out with us, 3 p.m., same sharp time, same sharp channel. We got a special guest on that show, too, that you guys are going to love, something a little different. So have a safe, happy holiday. We'll see you next Friday. If you need anything, let us know in the Facebook group, and we'll see you guys soon.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Stay safe, everybody.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Happy Thanksgiving.
You've been watching the Aloha Marketing Jam Session, your weekly marketing live show, always bringing you the latest strategies and tactics to build your remote empire from anywhere in the world. Don't forget to like, comment, and share this stream. You can stay up to date throughout the week with the Remote Millionaires Podcast at remotemillionaires.com/podcast and Nick's YouTube videos at nickponte.com/YouTube. We'll be back here next Friday for another live show. Until then, aloha.